So sweet. Yeah. Why do you think abortion's wrong? Why do you think it should be banned?
I feel if you're going to have a baby, you should take responsibility.
Okay, yeah, taking responsibility is getting an abortion. Why do you want to force unwanted kids into unwanted households? What we see in the real world is that this causes higher levels of poverty, lower levels of income and education, and lower qualities of life. Abortion's very responsible.
Which is why I don't agree with taking the life of a living being.
You don't agree with taking its life because it's responsible? This is gibberish. This is nonsense. You just said that it was responsible and said you don't agree with it because it's responsible. What? You're saying that we shouldn't do things that are responsible? That's gibberish.
No, I don't think that we should. If you're going to have sex and eventually get pregnant, you should take responsibility for the life of the child.
Oh, you should take consequences for your actions, right?
Responsibility, I would say.
Yeah. So if I'm a smoker and I know that I have the risk of getting lung cancer and I do get lung cancer, should I be able to get chemotherapy? Or in a similar sense, should I take responsibility for the consequences of my actions and just fucking tough it out without lung cancer?
Mm. If you're not affecting the life of a kid, you should do whatever you want.
Okay, so what we see here, right, is that you really don't care, right, about this responsibility objection. This is just an emotional plea to attempt to justify why abortion's wrong. So why is it wrong to end that life, Brooke?
I believe it's wrong because if the child didn't ask to be born and you're going to kill it, you should take responsibility for it.
Okay, so we see a circular argument. You said it's wrong because you need to take responsibility, but if ending the life is wrong because you need to take the responsibility, but if you're not ending a life, well then it's not wrong. Like I'm not really getting you here. This seems very circular.
Okay, let me try to explain this. If you're an adult, you're conscious of your own decisions, right? And if you're going to eventually take the life of something that is not really an adult can decide for itself, it doesn't seem fair.
Oh, you're saying it's wrong to end that life because they can't decide for themselves. Do you think it's wrong to pull the plug on brain dead patients?
I think that shows would holds to the family responsible.
Okay, so you don't think it's wrong to pull the plug, but why? They can't decide for themselves. This is the same reason that you gave in the context of abortion and the fetus. Just like the fetus, the brain dead patient can't decide for themselves. Smart guy? But see, instead of drawing the conclusion that this is what makes it wrong, this is specifically what makes it justified, I literally think that abortion's okay because the fetus can't decide for themselves. Intrepid, thank you for the extension on the 1 month sub. In other words, right, the fetus does not have the ability to deploy consciousness. And I do not value biological life in which does not possess this ability, right? And for this reason, prior to 24 weeks when the fetus gains the ability to deploy consciousness, there's nothing valuable about that life form.
The person that is brain dead lived their lives, the fetus didn't.
Okay, yeah, replace a brain dead adult with a brain dead newborn. You're still going to say it's justified to unplug it even though it doesn't have past lived experience.
I would personally say that responsibility goes to the family.
Yeah, you don't have it. So yeah, even if there's like no past lived experiences, i.e. a brain dead newborn, you still don't think it's wrong to pull the plug.
I generally don't think it's correct or wrong. I just hold that responsibility for the family responsible.
I know. This shows the contradiction in your logic. I'm gonna move on to the next guest, man. I think we're talking past each other. Let's go and see what our next guest has to say, y'all. Let's go and get our next guest, Alexia, up here. I mean, he was just like admitting that he was wrong, and I don't know, like I don't know. What's going on, Alexia? Do you think that abortion should be banned? Or are you pro-life?
So, this is my thing. So, I don't know. I've kind of always been like pro-life, but I feel like that's only just because like what like my mother has always believed. Because I don't.
So yes
I don't
or
know,
no,
because then I
Alexa?
hear
Should
these
abortion be
debates, and
banned?
I'm just like, I don't know how to answer that because like I'm literally getting an abortion tomorrow, but I feel like it should. But at the same time, I'm like, I got put in a
Patrick!
position.
Thank you for the $5 over PayPal. W. Patrick. Hey, well, Alexia, go get that abortion. Slay, right? Not only are you like being
Yeah.
responsible for yourself because you're preventing, right, financial and parental
Right.
obligations to that child in the future, but you're also preventing that
Right.
unwanted child being in an unready household. So I
Well,
appreciate you
and
for
see,
coming up
that's
here. I
the
am just
thing
looking to
too.
talk to
Like,
people that are pro-life. I do apologize for skipping you like that, but I am specifically only looking to talk to people that are pro-life. But thank you for coming up. We're gonna move on to our next guest here, yo. Aaron, thank you so much for that subscription. Let's go and see what our next guest, Gwen, has to say, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen and share it. Fucking share the live, y'all. Copy the link. What's up, Gwen? Do you think that abortion should be banned, or are you pro-life?
I am pro-life.
All right. Why do you think that abortion is wrong?
I just think that, there's ways to prevent it, and if you're
Okay, there's ways to
having
prevent
sex,
cancer. Is chemotherapy wrong?
no, but cancer doesn't have a heartbeat and a brain and fingers and a thumb that it can suck on and play with its own fingers. And
Okay, so having fingers, a heartbeat, and a brain is what makes you morally relevant. Are you a vegan?
no, sir.
Do animals have fingers, heartbeats, and brains?
Yes, but you can't compare a cow or a livestock to a human being.
Why not? What trait does a fetus have that a cow doesn't that makes the fetus morally valuable but makes the cow not morally
We're more
valuable?
evolved.
More evolved? How so? Be specific.
I, I'm sorry. This is my first time on here. It's hard for me to explain.
I know, Gwen. I know. You're
I
good.
I just
So,
feel like that, if you're going to be sexually active, that you should be responsible when you're doing it. I mean,
with all due respect, Gwen, this was a little bit of a pivot, right? What trait does a fetus have? What attribute does a fetus have that a cow or a pig or a chicken do not have that makes it murder in the life of a fetus, meanwhile makes it totally fine and justified in the life of a cow?
livestock and cattle were put on this earth to be eaten, is the way I believe. But I was
Absolutely not.
also,
Are you Christian?
yes,
Okay. Can you go ahead and prove that Christianity is true? Because under like my like current seemings, it seems like you're just trying to use a fairy tale book to justify taking the rights away from 170 million American women. So could you give me any like good reason or evidence to believe that Christianity is true? Or is this just faith-based?
just faith-based.
Faith-based. All right. So if I have faith that someone's a murderer, should they go to jail, or would I need evidence and proof for this?
Evidence and proof.
So I
But
couldn't
that's
make
the
this
difference
determination.
between science and faith.
So yeah, but I wouldn't be able to make the determination that they're doing something wrong on the basis of faith, correct?
Yeah, I see your point. I see your point.
This is exactly what you're doing. You're making the determination that these mothers are murderers that are getting abortions, that they're doing something wrong on the basis of faith. But what we see is that faith is not a reliable standard of dictating what's true and false. So it's fine if you want to have your faith, but don't try to impose that faith on other people
I'm not
through the
imposing
context of
anything.
legislation.
I'm just pointing my point of view that I think every child deserves a chance at life.
So you do not think that abortion should be banned? You're not pro-life? You're just pro-choice, but you personally think it's wrong?
Yes.
All right, well, I actually have no problem with that, Gwen. Keep preaching your truth. Just don't impose it upon the livelihoods of others. W. Gwen in the chat. I have absolutely no problem with a real cute old lady that believes in God and thinks it's wrong to get an abortion, but won't vote for legislation to impose it onto the livelihoods of y'all. Hello, Ramsey. Are you pro-life? Do you think that abortion should be banned?
Yeah, I'm pro-life.
All right. So why are you pro-life? Why do you think that abortion should be banned?
I think the other guy that came up earlier said something about responsibility, didn't he?
Yep.
So you take actions. So you take responsibility for actions that go on.
Oh, these women. So wait, sorry, you don't call them these females, right? Need to take responsibility for their actions, right? They spreaded their legs and shit.
Well, it took two people, didn't it?
I'm just spewing the common fucking narrative I hear all the time.
Well, no.
I think this is bad logic.
Arrogance. Let's go arrogance for a second. So you just had a woman a young lady that came on your live a minute ago, and you blew her off. She was really trying to question whether she'd have an abortion or not, and you wanted nothing to do with it. So
Yeah, with all due respect, I'm debating pro-lifers.
You're a chicken when it comes face to face. So now you got somebody on you can debate with. All right, it takes two people to actually have sex. Am I right? So it takes two people.
I'm a chicken when I come face to face. How am I a chicken for like booting her? I
You
mean,
blew
I
her
feel.
off. You blew her off. You
Yeah,
couldn't
I feel
communicate
for
with
her, but
right?
like the thing is
No,
that I'm
you
here
don't.
to
You didn't
debate.
feel for her. The first thing you did was you basically thanked somebody for basically taking a PayPal, and then you basically said, "Oh, I only want people up here that are pro-life." Sorry, see ya. You were chicken. You can't handle it when it's in your face. You had an opportunity to actually help someone, but you blew them off and you took them away.
Hey Ramsey, I'm going to give you a very simple yes or no. Am I a therapist or a debater?
Am I a therapist or a debater? Both.
So you're saying that I cannot have my own boundaries in the context of my own life to only debate and
No, I
engage
just
in
think it's pretty
conversation with people that
shallow.
disagree?
No. I think it's pretty shallow for someone to come up who's
I think it's pretty shallow of you to get in your fucking feelings, right? Because you see a man that disagrees with you, a man that knows more than you, a man that's more of a fucking man than you, and instead of requesting to join the live and debate with me in an intellectual manner, you start preaching about your feelings and your emotions. But this is totally what I'd expect out of a pro-life man. Because at the end of the day, right, you're pro-life because you want to control women. Kirsten, thank you for the boxing gloves. In fact, I know this to be true because you told me you're pro-life because you think that women need to take responsibility for their actions. You didn't mention the fetus or the life of the fetus once. No, you just want to hold women to your values and preferences in the context of sex, intercourse, and relationships. Right? You just want to fucking control women. So if you want to vote for legislation, right, to assert some masculine control of women, then I don't doubt, right, that you're going to use those same emotions to try to control me, right, just because, you know, I'm smarter than you. But of course, I want to go ahead and give you a part of my platform to share your thoughts, to share your expressions, and to try to engage in intellectual debate. You just had to get fucking sat down and checked real quick. So big boy pants on, Ramsey. Go ahead and tell me why abortion's wrong.
you spewed off so much crap.
If you want to write it off, that's fine. Not a single thing I said was false.
You. No, it was. It's total false. It's called you're being scared. You were scared. You got rid of her because it got face to face with you, and you really weren't sure how to handle it. And what you did is you became chicken, and you decided to get out. I get it. It's your life.
You think I'm scared of someone getting an abortion tomorrow? Do you know how many women I've specifically helped
why didn't you talk to
get
her?
abortions? Do you know how many women I have like set up like appointments at Planned Parenthoods for? Do you know how many women I've specifically found like women allocation funds for funding free abortions? Holy fuck. No. I've came to face with this bullshit, right? With what you would call bullshit in the context of my own interpersonal relationships, right? And I fucking helped them out, held their hand the entire way. So if you think I'm scared of someone, right, just because they came up out of my life and expressed that they're getting an abortion tomorrow, I told them to fucking slay. I told them to go get that abortion. That's what I told them. And booted them off because I'm not here to talk to people that agree with me. I'm here to talk to people like you, unfortunately, right? As upset as you make me, right? As much as you grind my gears, I am here to talk to people like you, right? Not because I'm going to change your mind, but probably because I'll change minds of people watching. I'll show people the hypocrisy in the pro-life man, bro. All it is misogyny, hiding behind the veil and the shield of moral vitruity, being pro-life, caring about life. No, dude, we're exposing those lies right fucking now. If you really cared about life, well, then you want to be coming up here trying to demean mine. You want to be coming up here trying to say that I'm scared and emotional. You'd be trying to engage in intellectual discussion to convert me to caring about life as much as you do as well. So go ahead, Kristen. I appreciate you for the superpower. Be a real man. Be a true pro-lifer. And give me your argument. Why is abortion wrong?
Let's not do apples and oranges here like you normally do, right?
I'm waiting on your argument, dude. I want to know why abortions are wrong.
You're killing a life.
Okay,
So let's go ahead and take your argument. Let's go down your next path.
Is it always wrong to kill a life?
Oh no, let's go. Yeah, so here we go. The next path is what? Should someone who is brain dead?
Maybe I could ask you the questions.
That's apples and oranges, isn't it? That's apples and oranges. You can't.
Jesus Christ, I needed it, okay? I mean, look around you, okay? Everything is shit. So forgive me for wanting to enjoy one moment of something else. Fine, but this baby, he's what matters now. Got it? So get your shit together.
Where's my baby?
Is everything all right?
Everything is fine.
Wait,
Gonna
Kenny's
need
not
a good
gonna
place
try to
race,
like.
which ain't here. We gotta push on. We head north, get to Wellington. That's our best shot.
There's a town across the river. It might be safe there.
Or at least it might be a good stop on the way.
Kenny!
I'm sorry.
Clem's got a point. That could be a whole town full of supplies, and not that far from here.
Whole lot better than here, anyway. Looks like that's our best bet. We need to get on the road as soon as possible. We leave at first light. Whoa! What are you talking about? Rebecca needs rest. A few days at the least.
We've got that baby formula.
And won't help the
Rebecca
rest.
needs to rest.
And what about shelter? We'll freeze out here.
Luke's right. She needs to rest. We should wait a few days.
Maybe that's for the best.
I think
You don't
she's
wanna
running a
push
fever,
Rebecca too
Tyler. I
hard.
think it's a
Just
wrap.
give me a day or two, Kenny.
I ain't gonna lie.
This is a mistake.
Look, we should all try to get some sleep. It's been a long day.
Sorry.
Okay, Bex? It's gonna be all right.
Might take a bathroom break. Been holding it for about 10 minutes. Let me do that. 2 seconds. How the hell?
Sitting under moonlight, checking your physique. I don't think I could want you anymore. Chilling with your girl, I'm jealous that I can't just run over and take you on the floor. And I don't wanna cross nobody. I know it's never worth the pain, but I can feel your eyes run down me, and all my sense just floats away. You got me in that dilemma. Oh, oh, oh. 'Cause boy, you a fine looking fella, and you know, no, the grass here is green. I like what you see, thinking of how you could get with me. Yeah. Oh, maybe we don't have to tell her. Hey, I'm in a dilemma.
Alrighty.